the following presentation of the National Football League.
Look there at spectacular SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, a good one in store. It's the Washington Commanders and the LA Chargers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go from SoFi Stadium. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jayden Daniels out of LSU.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year two. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 31, here is second down and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
First down,
they get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Commander's first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
They were able to connect on the comeback, but I don't think it was really well executed. This is a deeper route. This receiver's got to push his depth before his break a little bit more downfield. They'll take the completion, but they were hoping to get a little bit more with that one.
They'll run here with the rookie. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Short one there, he's got Ertz. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
That's McLaurin open on the left side.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7. Man in motion is Brown. Throwing on second down. Daniels. Now quick throw taken in by Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on 4th down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's the rookie out of North Carolina, Marion Hampton. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard
Yeah, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they...
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Deron Payne gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
3rd down and 9. Shotgun now for Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Commanders' offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. So a big one there to start the drive. 38 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
There's Hurts. He's got it right side. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Off-balance throw. It's complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is 4th down.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
On 4th down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 3-0 lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. They'll motion over Samuel. To the 5-yard line.
QB Samuel, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. To the goal line and in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Commanders. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Chargers 0.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Throwing Returning on first down is Herbert. Finding the tight end, here's Will Dissler. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. Inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Omarion Hampton. Touchdown Chargers.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession two. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Commanders' offense make their way out to take over once more. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Here's Daniels. Throw across his body is complete. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down. Daniels now going to look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. It's second down. Throwing is Daniel. He gets it to Samuel, left side. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Out of the gun, here's a run at the gut. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Commanders.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game, and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
They'll motion over Samuel. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Washington.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, Washington.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Whoa! A short kick down to the 7.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. They'll throw with Daniels. He pulls it in around the 5.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
3rd and goal. It's Daniels.
Brought down back at the 14-yard line.
On 4th down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And the Chargers first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On play action now. Herbert. Throwing right. That's Johnston.
Well, let's give some credit credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap. They're going to give it to Hampton. And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Conklin goes in motion. On 1st down, right back to Hampton. And good, hard running there. He'll push his way forward, gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll go again with Hampton. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he's going to be dropped down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Commanders with the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. They've got it facing 3rd and a yard. We'll try to run for it with Hampton. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
A loss of 2 yards.
3rd and short, you think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. But this defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide, nowhere to cut. Take him down for a loss.
So now, 4th down, and Cameron Dicker is on for the Chargers. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. To return, it's McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Commanders offense and Jayden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On first down, Daniels. There's that man again. Another catch.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's complete. John Bates, the tight end. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Put a slant on the money to McLaurin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 18 yards on the connection. First down, Washington.
Commanders.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. That'll be taken in by Krosky Merritt. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack. It's going to bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. This is Hassan Haskins to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Frankie Luvu there to make the play defensively. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action now. It's Herbert. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Short throw taken in by Disley. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Commanders' offense and Jayden Daniels ready to take over once more. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson.
I think this is one of those interceptions, Mike, that when the ball left his hand, he simply just didn't even see the corner. And now they're playing what they call cover 3. So that corner, he's responsible for the deep outside 3rd of the field. And he's just playing in space, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he just threw it right to him.
The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Herbert now on 1st down. He'll swing this out to Hampton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
Herbert now on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Yep, the man's Johnston. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. And the Chargers have the first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he will give himself up at the end of that one.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. Run between the tackles for Hampton. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Now Herbert on the bootleg. And he will score! Tyler Conklin, touchdown LA. Kicker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
Commanders 13.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a 2nd defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. To throw is Daniels. There's Hurts. He's got it right side. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's one running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch him off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Washington.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner out. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the...
That is caught. What a throw. Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Washington.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Now Gay for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Commanders go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Chargers 17.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Haskins now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play fake. Herbert. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here comes 2nd and 4. On play action. Now Herbert looking middle, and he finds Disley. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
At the 44-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he'll get forward for about a yard. It was Dorrance Armstrong who was there to get him down.
Made by Dorrance Armstrong. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert to the middle of the field. He's got Johnston. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Another catch on the drive, this one for 13 yards, and another first down.
Chargers
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On the ground, Hampton. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Disley is the man in motion. Another run here with Hampton. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Herbert. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Justin Herbert scrambles from the pocket.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down. They only needed 1, but it's a gain of 6, and it'll move the chain.
That's another Chargers 1st down.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hampton. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the full.
At the 4-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Disley is the man in motion. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Omarion Hampton. Touchdown, Los Angeles. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Point after now from Dicker. The kick is good. And the Chargers have taken a 4-point advantage.
Commanders 20.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set, take over. They'll try to establish some tempo. As they start this one with 1st and 10. from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing on second down, Daniels. He'll go right and find his running back, and they're going to mark him down up past the 35. A gain there of 11. Good for a Commanders first down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And we'll see where they spot this. Very close to a first down. He's forced out just shy of the mark.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Looking to Samuel on the outlet. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teaching.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll be second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Right side, catch made by McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. Throwing again, Daniels. That is caught, side of the end zone. Deebo Samuel, touchdown Commanders. His second touchdown of this first half.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
The extra point by Gay is good. The Commanders go up by 3. It's 27-24. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. It's Hassan Haskins bringing it out of the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return, here comes Davis. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
From the gun, it's Herbert. Right side, hauled in by McConkey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's a gain of 18.
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
On first down, it's Hampton. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike. And give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now it's Herbert. This pass caught right side. It's Allen. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, It all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Hampton trying to work inside. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
He's brought down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here comes Hampton on the toss right. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. First and 10.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
On play action now. Herbert. Catch made there by Allen. And he's in! Keenan Allen. Touchdown Chargers.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Dicker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chargers have taken a 4-point advantage.
31. Commanders 27.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Samuel going to see what he can do. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense and Deebo Samuel making their way out. They trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, Daniels. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Moving to his right.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Back deep is Darius Davis. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Disley is the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Short throw taken in by Disley. And marking down up beyond the 30. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Trying the left side, and here's Hampton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
They'll go with Hampton. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Frankie Luvu there to make the play defensively.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From a couple of yards shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Herbert. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He's got the open man. That's McConkey. A pick up there of 19 yards. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest game.
Disley is the man in motion. To throw is Herbert. He'll get this to Disley on the right. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
And the Chargers.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Disley is the man in motion. A give, and here comes Hampton. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Commanders' 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll get this complete left side to Johnston. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. 12 yards on that hookup. First down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Disley is the man in motion. Herbert now on 1st down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal. But right now, they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And he will drive his way into the end zone. Justin Herbert, touchdown, L.A. So he finds the space and breaks the plane for the touchdown. Greg, there are certain quarterbacks who just have a knack for that old-school play.
That play call sheet gets a lot easier, Mike, when you have not only a quarterback, like you mentioned, who has a nose for the end zone, but an offensive line that can continue to get such a consistent push. You put those two things together, I think you should call it every single time he finds himself on the goal line.
Dicker, good with the extra point. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Commanders' offense and Jayden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll go play action here with Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Up the middle they go. They'll knock him down just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Washington.
It's a gain of 10. And a Washington first down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, we're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game, That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Jayden Daniels on the keeper. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Here's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels
pass intended for.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He connects with Disley. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Herbert. To the middle of the field, he's got Johnston. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards.
They'll get 19 out of that play. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
Take the handoff. Now Herbert in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Herbert. That is left side and taken in by Allen.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Allen in motion. On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Chargers get set to kick it away. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders offense heading out for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the 1st half. You see the numbers. as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. They'll begin here on the ground and mark them down up beyond the 30. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
First down, Washington.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Short one there. He's got Ertz. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Throwing on second down. Daniels. He keeps it himself. And he's across the 40, close to a first down, as the tackle's made at the 41-yard line.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. He will have the Commanders' first down. They're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's got it! And he will score! Harry Lawrence, touchdown Washington.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
So now Daniels and the Commanders offense gonna go for 2.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to pick this up with a run. And that is gonna do it for this 3rd quarter of play. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Davis now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Chargers offense getting set to get back to work. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Herbert to throw on second down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. A gain of 17 yards. And the Chargers have the first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down. On the give, Haskins. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the gun, it's Herbert. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders offense and Jayden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Tuli Tuipulotu in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's third down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
The Commanders about to send this one away. Be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. The Chargers offense ready to take over once again. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. On play action, it's Herbert. Looking middle, and he finds Disley. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Disley is the man in motion. On the ground, here's Haskins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
3rd and long. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. So it'll bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. To return, it's McCaffrey. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the
And with nothing open
23-yard line.
downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. On play action, Daniels. Moving to his left. He runs with it. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Off the play fake, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Tuli Tuipulotu getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And it's really been their inability of the offensive line to keep the quarterback upright, and it's a big reason why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And that one incomplete.
Intended for
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
3rd and long. Here's Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That is caught. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It covers 51 yards.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
On the zone read, here's Daniels. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
A run on 1st and goal. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. The return, here comes Davis. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Chargers offense and Omari and Hampton getting set for their next possession. Handoff here with Haskins. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's a 2nd and 12. On play action. Now Herbert. He's got the hook up downfield with McConkey. That one's good for 29.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run. The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Here's Haskins. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He gets this one complete to Johnston. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Point after now from Dicker. It's up and through. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
36.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Samuel, going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. Will be taken in by Krosky Merrick. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 36 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He'll try to run for it, and he will score! Game on! Jayden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
The kick is good. Makes the score Chargers 51. Commanders 43.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Davis now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. Carry, it's Haskell. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Shotgun now for Herbert. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Motion man is Johnston. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Haskins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Marshawn Lattimore on the tackle. No gain on the play.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Disley is the man in motion. Again, they'll go with Haskins. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounds into the end zone, and it's a touchback. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. This is 1st and 10. Now Daniels. Over the middle. He's got McLaurin. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocklin, most passing yards ever in a game. Van Brocklin at 554 over 70 years ago, 1951. Help from the O-line, help from the receivers, an incredible performance, an NFL record set here. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one.